Support for Colorado Today comes from Credit Union of Colorado. With access to over 30,000 ATMs and a mobile app, they're dedicated to offering the services of a big bank with a heart. Learn more at honestlygood.org.
Support for Colorado Today comes from Safeway, where you can shop online and get easy delivery or free pickup. Get the same prices, deals, and rewards as in-store. Shop the weekly ad, clip deals, and earn points at Safeway.com or in the Safeway app.
I don't know about you, but whenever I have a friend come into town or I need a place for a date night, the part of my brain that knows where I like to eat immediately shuts off. Luckily, there's a new list that might make coming up with recommendations a little easier. It's the semifinalists for the 2026 James Beard Award, where Colorado has 17 nominees. Those include Kazaki in Denver, which is nominated for Best Restaurant. Bin 707 Food Bar in Grand Junction, whose chef is up for Best Chef. And Poulet Bake Shop in Parker, which is in the running for Outstanding Bakery. You can see who else from Colorado is on the list at the link in our show notes. I'm Arlo Perez Esquivel. Coming up, a dose of winter is finally on its way. What should you expect this weekend, and what do meteorologists expect long term?
Right now, no, the pattern is not great.
Then, Colorado bucks a concerning trend in organ donations.
And we actually saw a 5.5% increase in overall transplants from deceased donors in Colorado.
Plus, what happens when you blend dodgeball with archery?
So you pull back out the side, look down the arrow shaft at what you want to hit, aim, and then just let go.
We take you to the Sherwood Showdown. It's Thursday, January 22nd. Here's the news in Colorado today. There is finally a snowstorm on its way to Colorado. Now, it won't be a massive one like the one forecasted for the eastern half of the country, but it should bring a few inches to the mountains this weekend and maybe some flakes in Denver. But if you're rolling your eyes a little, yeah, you're not wrong. It kind of feels like we got stood up by winter this year, right? I mean, the snowshoes I bought are still in the box. Denver 7 Chief Meteorologist Lisa Hidalgo spoke with Ryan Warner about the possibility of things improving and what this dry winter means for the state and the region as a whole. She spoke to him from Steamboat Springs, where things, they're looking strange.
It's odd. When I come up here every year in January, I was seeing things that I've never seen before because there is so little snow.
And it's not just Steamboat. Colorado's snowpack is the lowest it's ever been for this time of year. Lisa says that the incoming storm system in the horizon is good, especially for the San Juans.
Parts of southwestern Colorado, their snowpack numbers, have been flirting with below 50% of normal. So they really need it. This next one's going to bring our temperatures down quite a bit later in the week.
Way down. Like Denver will be close to zero on Friday night and barely into the double digits on Saturday. But getting back to snow, beyond ski days, this matters for water. Our snow feeds the Colorado River, which means the entire Southwest could be in trouble next year.
That snowpack is what's feeding that. You don't have a lot of spring runoff, and so that could be a huge concern.
Places like Wyoming and Idaho are having better winters. But Colorado is the headwaters. Our snow matters the most for the states downstream.
For Colorado in general and for these Colorado River Basin states, right now, no, the pattern is not great.
And sorry to say this, but the warm, dry winter we've had, this could be a sign of the new normal. Last month was the second warmest December on record for Denver. But
the top 20 warmest years ever on record, 7 of them were in just the last 13 years. So that is definitely a trend.
That was Lisa Hidalgo, Chief Meteorologist at Denver 7. You can hear her full conversation with Colorado Matters, including the surprising backstory of the name Steamboat at CPR.org. Becoming an organ donor is as simple as checking a box at the DMV, but while you probably don't think much about that little heart on your driver's license, it can make the difference between life and death. A national group is concerned about donations, particularly kidney donations being down across the entire country. That got CPR's Haley May curious about what's happening here in Colorado, and she joins me now to share what she's learned. Hey there, Haley.
Hey.
So first of all, this national dip, what's going on there?
Well, an analysis out this month on federal data shows a decline in organ transplants performed last year, about 116 fewer than in 2024. And it's the first time outside of the pandemic that that's happened in more than a decade. The report points to growing public mistrust in the system itself after a federal investigation found a Kentucky group had prepped some patients for organ removal while they were still showing signs of life.
Jeez.
And now there was a congressional hearing over the summer about ensuring that that doesn't happen again.
For every doctor, one of the most important tenets in the doctor-patient relationship is, above all, do no harm. But what happened in these cases fractured the doctor-patient relationship and saw patients subjected to pain and suffering that should never have occurred.
Yeah, I think I remember that New York Times investigation. It came out just before this hearing, and it had these horrifying accounts of patients experiencing hurried or even premature attempts at organ retrieval.
Right. Donation groups think that stories like that made some Americans second guess whether they wanted to be organ donors in the first place, to the point where they removed their name from donor lists altogether.
Wow. So are we seeing those national trends reflected here in Colorado?
No, actually, we aren't. Here's Jennifer Prinz. She's the president and CEO of Donor Alliance.
We are seeing consistent and stable numbers from that 2024 to 2025 in terms of transplants here in Colorado for kidneys. And we actually saw a 5.5% increase in overall transplants from deceased donors in Colorado.
Prinz stressed that Colorado has safeguards against malpractice like the kind that was uncovered in Kentucky.
What kind of safeguards?
Well, in our state, the system for organ retrieval is highly regulated. Hospitals and clinics are in charge of making referrals to Donor Alliance before organs are actually harvested.
And we evaluate whether somebody has potential to be an organ, eye, or tissue donor and have those discussions with their family.
I think it's also worth noting that only about 3 in every 1,000 people die under circumstances that actually allow for organ donation. So the vast, vast majority of people who agree to be donors won't actually be one.
Wait, how come?
It really comes down to the circumstances that somebody dies in. See, they need to be in relatively good health for their organs to be viable for transplant. And here in Colorado, most donations come from patients who experience brain death while on life support in a hospital. That means that even in states like ours, where donor registration rates are high, the gap between registration and viable donation is still pretty big. That's part of why organ donor groups like Donor Alliance say that it's important to have high registration rates. I should note that our state does hover in the top 5 for organ donors nationwide, and Prinz tells me that they think that's because culturally here, many people want to help their neighbors even in death.
That's a nice thought. CPR's Haley May, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yesterday in the show, we met people who are crazy about miniature skateboards. Today we're ending with another pastime you may have never even imagined exists: archery dodgeball. Sounds like a painful combination, but apparently it's not. KRCC's Kendra Carr recently visited Sherwood Showdown in Colorado Springs and learned how it works from owners Eliza and John Hill.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, go!
We get a lot of people thinking it's either archery or dodgeball, but it is in fact both. It's the combination played in a dodgeball-style arena, dodgeball-style games with the bow and the foam-tipped arrows.
I am John Hill. I am one of your hosts here at Sherwood Showdown. If you guys wouldn't mind following me over here for the safety briefing.
That will go over how to shoot a bow and arrow, if that's something you've never done before.
We are shooting a recurve bow. This is a real bow. These are 20 and 25 pounds. To shoot a bow, you're going to hold the bow in your non-dominant hand. So you pull back out the side, look down the arrow shaft at what you want to hit, aim, and then just let go. It's that simple.
Do you have to be a good shot to play?
You sure don't. I definitely wasn't when I first started. The first few times that we played archery dodgeball, I think I spent more time hiding behind the barrier than shooting.
We are shooting real bows and arrows. If you do not see a foam tip on your arrow, do not shoot it.
The foam is designed to absorb the impact. That way, when it hits you, it hurts far less than anything like airsoft or paintball would.
The first game we are going to play is called Infection. So everyone is going to split up into 2 equal teams. This one, if you get hit, you switch sides and join the other team. To win the game, you're going to have everybody on one side. All right, please touch the wall, put your masks on. Everyone's going to run in the center. Everyone's going to grab an arrow. You can only hold 1 arrow at a time, and then go back to your side before shooting each other. Woo. Oh, sorry, Dad.
The way that the games are designed also really encourages teamwork, or there are games where it's every man or woman for themselves. So it really incorporates a lot of that collaboration, communication, skill building. We've had a lot of good family parties in here, and it's great for parents to shoot at their kids and vice versa. We are looking to start leagues in 2026. Just be prepared to have a great time and get a little sweaty.
That is good. Arrows down. Masks off.
That audio postcard from Kendra Carr in Colorado Springs. Reporting for today's show also came from CPR's Tegan Wetland. Follow Colorado Today in your podcast app and leave us a review if you're enjoying the show. We had a listener do that recently, and at the risk of tooting our own horn, they said Colorado Today helps them connect with the news across our great state. Straightforward delivery and rooted in fact. Thank you so much. I'm Arlo Perez Esquivel. This is CPR News.
Support for Colorado Today comes from Safeway, where you can shop online and get easy delivery or free pickup. Get the same prices, deals, and rewards as in-store. Shop the weekly ad, clip deals, and earn points at Safeway.com or in the Safeway app.
Support for Colorado Today comes from Credit Union of Colorado. With access to over 30,000 ATMs and a mobile app, they're dedicated to offering the services of a big bank with a heart. Learn more at honestlygood.org.